for 7 months. Now what?
I tell you what to help with, and you help with it. Zeke, you ready to trace the call?
On it. Call the cops. She dies.
We've been looking in the wrong direction.
I trained you well. Your clients would never be found if it weren't for me.
It was Lamont Tyson back in the building, reviewing Found, episode 2, entitled Missing While Sinning. Don't even get me started on this whole thing about it's bad for women to be sex workers. The only reason that shit is bad is because white guys want to be able to have the liberty to get away with whatever the hell they want to do, because I've heard that the oldest profession in the world is sex workers. And I guess they're too afraid that you give all these women that much power. They would be under control. We should go ahead and legalize that. But anyway, let me get back to the story. Really enjoyed it. I love how they have, each episode could be a complete episode, but they have underlining stories that carry the season. I'm about to break this shit down. Shanola nailed it again as Gabby. And let us not forget young Gabby, played by Azaria Carter, who was on P-Valley. And when I tell you I saw talent in her there, and y'all try to tell me that it wasn't there, chick is knocking it out the park. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok, download the podcast. Let's get into it. I'm going to break it down by going by every person's storyline. Then we'll do the overall story and how I felt about it. So first things first. The story is about a missing girl named Jenny who is a sex worker. Her friend, one of them looked like the fake ass Peter Parker, comes in there to report that she's missing. And then we go throughout the story as they break down the backstories between Gabby and pretty much every character that's working with Gabby and associates. So Gabby, we'll start with her. She's holding 2 secrets. Number 1, she was up here with Joy Reid, and they're going to do a special fund to find Mr. Sir Kitty. That's what I'm going to call him, because he's a puss ball. His name is Sir, but I'm going to call him Sir Kitty, because he's a big-ass puss ball. And the smug look on Gabby's face had everybody twisted, because that should let everybody know that she's holding a dark secret. Well, that one dark secret is that she's holding her captor, which is Sir. The other thing we learned in this episode and why she paid for her friend Bella's law school is because Gabby directly feels like she's responsible for getting that girl kidnapped by Sir when they was little, because she wanted some companionship. She wanted to talk to her daddy. And every time she wanted to talk to her daddy, Sir would catch an attitude and take her damn food. Damn, starved the bitch. Had the girl in there looking like Celie from The Color Purple. Hair all undone. She hungry and crying and shit. And it made him, instead of letting her talk to her daddy, it made him go take another child to be her friend. And so I'm sure as it comes out, we'll start understanding that Gabby latched on to this girl, paid for her law school and all that because she felt somewhat responsible for what happened. But what's going to be the big problem when Bella finds out that Gabby not only is holding the captive that Bella is still looking for, but she also finds out that this was part of why Gabby got captured. Why Bella got captured. That's going to be smoke in the city, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm here for all the drama that's about to happen. Then we get on to Sir Kitty punk ass. Just a real dastardly punk. Sick, twisted man. And have y'all always noticed that all sick and twisted people have some quirk? Well, his quirk is he likes to be spotless. He don't like dirt. He's a neat freak, just like President Trump is a damn germaphobe, and he's crazy. And not only that, but then these same weird, twisted people like to feel like they're enlightened and shit. He got the girl in here reading Macbeth and making all these metaphors for how he's really treating her and how he's feeling. And so we go on to learn that, this crazy ass monster, he has a conscience. He doesn't want to help a sex worker. Oh, think of that. So he decides, Gabby, if you don't want to feed me the way I used to do you, so be it. And then Gabby finally figured out, bro, you more afraid of being dirty and unkept than you are of that. And in the end, we saw what happened. She cleaned him up good and cut that ass. I wanted her to do a little more. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about the relationship between Gabby and Sir, we have to discuss that Gabby is breaking the law too, ladies and gentlemen. She's holding him captive. And look, I'm on her team and all that. What he did to her was crazy. But at the same time, we can't not act like Gabby is not wrong. And that when the people that work with her and love her find out she's doing this, she's going to ruin their trust for her. And that's going to be a lot of tension. Then we get on to Bella, who she's still going through trauma right now as we speak, not knowing that her captor has justice. And when this levee breaks, I just wonder, what is she going to do? She might escape and go do something crazy to herself, leaving this team, because it's all going to fall back on Gabby with these secrets that Gabby's having. Then we get on to old Mr. Man's Don, which I'm sure some of y'all out there who aren't as diverse as I am took away his man's card when you realize he was married to a man. Well, he's married to a man, but he's still tough as fuck, kicking ass, beating up people. He's the muscle for Gabby's team. But not only is he married to a man, he's married to the therapist that helped him overcome his kidnapping issues, which makes me question the damn therapist, because the therapist helped him through treatment. What kind of treatment was it, ladies and gentlemen? Was it booty duty or was it triple duty? Because whatever the case may be, he did help Don, but he's also sleeping with Don and doing husbandly things and all that. And we figure out why Don hates Zeke so much. He hates him because the way Don was when he first came from kidnapping, weak, shallow, fearful, that's how Zeke is right now about leaving the house with his phobia. But thankfully, Mr. Booty Duty, husband, helped them understand that Zeke is just like you, my man. Your worst fear is Zeke being what you was, and he helped them overcome that. And then we get on to Freaky Zeke, who has that agoraphobia, where he's scared to step out of the house. And I can't wait till we get the backstory dealing with what caused this fear. What has this boy so handicapped that he can't even see his shadow leave the damn house, ladies and gentlemen? That's scared as fuck. Your shadow can't leave the house. But he eventually does try to get out the house to get this box. And we find out what's in this box was special trinkets from an anniversary of him and his pops. And that ultimately brought him and Don together in the end. And I thought that was a good moment. But I really want to know, what is his background? He's become super tech savvy because that's the only bridge he has to outside. So I completely understand why he's such a smart tech nerd, using drones to be basically his damn robot outside the house, and is super tech smart because what else are you going to do when you're stuck in the damn house? I mean, his house looks like a damn panic room, like a fucking basement in New York, even though the story is in DC. Then we get on to Margaret with her damn superpowers, ladies and gentlemen. And make no mistake, fellas, if you ever cheat on a woman, they get superpowers too. They become every damn alphabet you can find in the government, the FBI, the CIA, the best investigators on the planet. And apparently it didn't take a man cheating on Margaret to get those superpowers. Her superpowers come from the fact that her son has been missing all these years. But with her being able to just look at a room, look at a person's eye blinking, look at how fast somebody is breathing, look at how much sweat is coming down their cheeks and their face to deduce a situation if they're lying and what's the truth. It begs you to wonder, how the hell did her son go missing in the first place when she's got damn near a superpower to do all that? And she was the integral part in putting things together in this particular episode to find Jenny, who got missing. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, old Detective Trent, in here with the pussy stash is what I'm going to call it. And I'm trying to figure out, what are they trying to say to us about him having that ugly ass mustache and that mini beard, other than he wants to get all up in Gabby's panty drawers. He has a hard on for Gabby. And at what point in time is Gabby going to stop being so tough and let him exercise what he can do in them panty drawers of hers? But I'm sure Gabby's probably got some attachment issues. And if that happens, we're going to see a very, very much more emotional Gabby if they ever start getting involved with each other. Now we get to the overall story. Fake ass Peter Parker comes in with a girl looking for their roommate, Jenny. And as we go on through the story, the first thing I looked at my wife and I said, fake ass Peter Parker got something to do with this. Just ain't no way around it. And as the story goes on and they're looking for Jenny, we find out Jenny has a stalker. And not only that, Jenny has an eye for artwork. And so they go to all these various people from the online service that Jenny was working with, only for us to find out through the help of Sir Kitty that, you know, the stalker might not be who you think. None of the clients. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it turns out to be, because they take a visit to the art gallery that she went to, and they talk to the damn bitch ass stalker, which was the security guard that was looking when Jenny got into it with fake ass Peter Parker. And then toward the end of the story, we find out fake ass Peter Parker basically told on Jenny for $4,000, only he gave her a wrong address. And the way they was able to bait out the stalker was to do a news conference and basically set up a sting where they was going to have fake ass Peter Parker acting like he was doing something that would draw out the stalker. And ladies and gentlemen, it was the chick from the art gallery. She rose up with a damn gun and a hoodie, and they tackled her ass and arrested her. I was like, damn, the security guard at the damn artwork. You can't even go nowhere and look at aesthetic beauty without being stalked. And she stalked Jenny so bad that she went into the girl's house. And Jenny, which was a great twist of fate in this story, wasn't abducted. She was trying to create a new life and run. And I thought that was great storytelling because I just knew she had been abducted. But through it all, Gabby and her associates was able to reunite Jenny with her mom, who had abandoned her because she didn't like the job she's doing. And like I said, it shouldn't be illegal in the first damn place. The powers that be like it like that so they can get away with this shit, taking folks on islands and putting them on fancy yachts in the ocean where there ain't no laws, damn near trafficking people, doing what they want to do. So ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed this episode and I'm loving this series. Please post me all your comments on what you thought happened, how you enjoyed the pacing and everything from the story. And what are you looking for? What are you looking for throughout the season? Are you looking for when they find out Sir Kitty is in her basement? Are you looking for when Bella finds out that she's keeping them down there? Background story on Zeke, more background on Margaret. Let me know. And let me know if you think I should go live to discuss this show because it is powerful. Shout out to that whole cast. Shout out to makeup. Shout out to the writer. The writer, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, she also wrote the football show that starred Tay Diggs. They did a version called Homecoming, All American. And she's done a lot of other great work too. And this is her baby right here. And I say you're doing great with your baby. But let me know what you think. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, download the podcast. And until that next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.